Hey, what's up? I'm Joel Madden from Good Charlotte. Welcome to Unscripted. I'm here with Marvin Scott Jarrett, and we're going to interview each other about our film, Fast Future Generation. We're going to answer some of your questions and some of our own. So I'll start with the first question. Marvin, what attracts you to Japanese pop culture?
I think the thing that attracts me is the way that the Japanese style, the way kids put their fashion together, and the way they maybe get influences from the States and get influences from Europe and other parts in Asia, and they just mix it together so well, and it's just amazing the way it comes out. So what did it feel like having cameras documenting your whole existence in Japan?
I don't know, man. You were good about not being in the way, so we kind of forgot after about 2 days. I think, and you see it in the film, we totally forgot that there were cameras, and there was a lot of raw moments there that were really cool that I think only the right person and doing it the right way could have captured those real moments and those real feelings and thoughts and opinions. Because there was a couple of times where I shared my opinion in there where after I watched the film I was like, I can't believe I said that. Because I would never say that in an interview. You know, if I was being interviewed, I would never say what I thought about something else in pop culture or something else. I just don't talk about politics. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. And so it's pretty raw, man. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Why do you love our band so much?
I think that I love your band because, first of all, we became really
put you on the spot.
Yeah, no. I'm glad to talk about it. We became really good friends outside of you having a band, me having a magazine. We just became friends, and we really bonded and just hung out as people. And then you guys invited me out on tour with you, and I went to some dates in Atlanta and Miami. And that was when I really got to know the music more and the way you guys perform live. So it wasn't even work for me. It's just fun. And I thought that you guys would be somebody that I'd want to create something with. What is it that you most like about Bathing Ape and Nego?
Well, I think that I love fashion. I love brands. I love people who have their own style. You know, not just brands, like not just fashion like Dior or Chanel or, you know, I'm talking fashion like where someone takes something and just kills it. And they're like, have this fresh style. I love that, you know, and Nego has the freshest style, man. Bathing Ape is one of the coolest brands I've ever seen. And I mean, it's just so inspiring because I love fashion so much and I love clothes. To see people that are inspired to make such great brands. And, you know, I hope to do that with my brand, but it's just inspiring, man. I love wearing it. I love buying it. I love meeting them. I just love it. It's inspiring, man, you know?
What do you think that we're going to see in this film that'll surprise people about you?
I think that besides getting to know us really, who we are behind the scenes and like who we are as real guys and just people that are living our lives on the road, I think people don't consider us as like fashion conscious as we are, or as obsessed with it as I am, and as, you know, I think musically we have a lot of depth that people don't get to see because they get to hear 2 or 3 tracks an album, you know, what's on the radio. So for 3 albums they've heard 6 songs. And we have a catalog of 60, you know what I mean? So like they get to kind of experience a little bit more of our musical depth, our depth as a band and as people, our closeness as brothers. You know, the relationship we have with each other, but also me and Binge's relationship. There's a lot that people just don't know about our band.
I mean, that's the reaction I've gotten from the few people that I've talked to that have seen the film so far is like, wow, I just really like these guys. I mean,
when they first met us on MTV, we were 20. Well, I'm 26 now. Your tastes change, your interests change, and people for some reason view you always as the first time they saw you. You know what I mean? And it's like people kind of need to get to know us again, and you know, I think there's a lot to us that they haven't seen that they get to see in this film. Finish this sentence. The 3 things I love about movies are.
One of the things that I really like about movies is the fact that you can get lost in somebody else's entire world for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and you can just be taken to a whole nother place. I mean, that's one of the things. And another thing I love about movies is the melding of music and the visuals. I mean, that to me, some of my favorite movies are ones that have the best soundtracks, or even if they don't have a rock and roll soundtrack, they'll have like an amazing score, like things like The Insider, things like that. All of Michael Mann's movies, amazing scores. So I love that, and I love the ability. I think that it's something that people can talk about. Like it's like, oh, did you see King Kong, or did you see Chronicles of Narnia, or did you see Murder Ball? I mean, there's all these things, and then it brings up topic for people to discuss.
Cool. There's one more.
For you, Joel, the 3 things that you love most about movies are?
Soundtrack. The fact that every time I watch a movie, I want to be in one. I want to act because I'm so obsessed with the way they make them. And there's no rules. That's what I love. With movies, you go into a movie not knowing what to expect, and it could be the greatest experience of your life, or it could be a waste of an hour, you know? And, like, I love that because you don't always have to love it to appreciate it. Like, you could appreciate a really bad movie for being a really bad movie. There's some people who love bad movies. Like, it's great that there's good. It's just taste. It's art. It's just like there's no rules. There's no limits. There's nothing to be said. Any kid out there with a video camera could go make a movie that could be the next hottest movie. You know,
Blair Witch Project.
It could be that. You know, there's no rules, and that's what I love. It's like there's still the possibility, which even in music, it's hard, but it's still there. But there's still the possibility for that kid in Oklahoma City or wherever he's at to make a hot movie that everyone loves.
Absolutely.
All right, so we gotta say thank you to Moviefone for having us.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Moviefone.
Moviefone, and thank you all for watching. And Joel Madden, Marvin Jarrett, Fast Future Generation.
Go out and see it.
Peace.